You know, there's this constant invisible struggle happening inside your home right now. It's the fight to keep you comfortable when the weather outside is just doing its absolute worst. It's a battle of technology against the elements, and your HVAC system, it's right there on the front lines. And really, what it all boils down to is this one daily war: your home systems versus Mother Nature. The stakes couldn't be higher either. We're talking about your comfort, your wallet, and honestly, your peace of mind.
All right, so to win any fight, you've got to know your enemy, right? Well, in this case, it's extreme weather, this relentless force that puts your heating and cooling systems under a constant state of siege.
And this isn't just a simple fight. It's a full-on two-front war. On one side, you've got these brutal winters forcing your furnace to run non-stop. On the other, you have sticky, humid summers. They make your air conditioner work overtime, not just to cool the air, but to literally wring all that moisture out of it. This constant back and forth puts an incredible strain on every single part of your system.
And all that stress, it leads to some serious physical damage. I mean, the metal in your ductwork is constantly expanding and contracting, which can create leaks. Those crazy freeze-thaw cycles can cause refrigerant to leak out and even destroy the compressor, which is basically the heart of your entire AC unit. This isn't just about things not working well. It's about the machine physically breaking down.
So, when a system's under siege like this, how does it let you know it's losing the fight? Well, it starts sending out some serious warning signs, red flags that you absolutely cannot afford to ignore.
First up, and this is the big one, your AC is blowing warm air. It's the classic symptom. It usually points to a big problem like a refrigerant leak, or, even worse, a failing compressor. And trust me, if the compressor goes down, the whole system is going with it.
Next, you need to listen for something called short cycling. This is when your furnace kicks on, runs for maybe a minute, and then just shuts right off, over and over again. It's not only failing to heat your home, it's wasting a ton of energy and basically aging all its important parts at hyperspeed.
Seriously, listen to your system. Any grinding, squealing, or clanking noises are not normal. Think of it as your HVAC system literally crying out for help. These noises almost always mean there's a mechanical problem that's only going to get worse if you ignore it. Okay, if you ever see a block of ice building up on your indoor AC coils, that is a major red flag. This means you've got a serious problem on your hands, usually from low refrigerant or maybe just a super clogged filter blocking airflow. If you let it go, a frozen coil can completely destroy your system's compressor. Game over. Now, here's a sneaky one, a problem you often can't even see. Little gaps and holes in your ductwork can silently waste 20 to 30% of the air that you're paying good money to heat or cool. So all that comfortable air just ends up in your attic instead of your living room. It's a huge source of high bills and those annoying hot and cold spots in the house.
All right, enough with the problems. Let's talk solutions. This section is what we'll call the professional's playbook. The clear, no-nonsense process a good technician uses to figure out what's wrong and get your home comfortable again. It's actually a really simple three-step process, and it's designed to be totally transparent. First, you call and tell them what's going on, which helps them send out the right person with the right gear. Second, the technician does a full diagnosis and gives you a clear upfront price, no surprises. And third, they do the repair and then test everything to make sure it's all working perfectly again.
Now, the key to a good, honest repair is the right approach. It's something called a component-level diagnosis. All that means is the technician finds the one specific part that failed, like a $5 capacitor, instead of just trying to sell you on a brand new unit you don't need. This kind of precision can save you a ton of money.
And that brings pretty much every homeowner to this critical fork in the road. When a major part fails, do you pay for the repair, or is it actually time to replace the whole system? Let's look at the tools you need to make that smart, strategic choice.
So a lot of pros use this handy guideline called the $5,000 rule. It's just a simple bit of math to help you figure out if you're about to throw good money after bad on a dying system. All you do is multiply your system's age, in years, by the cost of the repair. Let's walk through an example. Say your system is 12 years old and it needs a $600 repair. Okay, so you multiply 12 by 600 and you get $7,200. Since that number is way over $5,000, the rule suggests that replacement is probably the smarter financial move in the long run.
Now, if you do decide to replace your system, this next step is completely non-negotiable. You have to get a professional manual J-load calculation. Think of it like getting a custom-tailored suit, but for your house. Instead of just guessing,
It's a super detailed analysis of everything from your windows to your insulation to find the exact size system your home actually needs.
And getting this calculation right is so critical. As the source material says, oversized equipment short cycles and fails to dehumidify properly. Undersized equipment runs continuously without reaching the set point. In other words, if you get the size wrong, you've just spent thousands of dollars on a system that will never keep you comfortable and is basically doomed to fail early. It's a huge mistake.
So, what does this all mean for you? How do you actually gain the advantage in this ongoing battle for comfort in your own home? Here's what you, the homeowner, can do to protect your investment and, well, stay comfortable.
Ultimately, you can flip the script from defense to offense. Preventative maintenance catches problems before they become emergencies. Getting small issues fixed promptly stops them from turning into catastrophic failures. And honestly, the simplest tactic of all? Just changing your filter regularly. It's the #1 way to keep air flowing and your system healthy. In this battle, knowledge is definitely your best weapon.
Which really just leaves us with one final thought. You've seen the enemy, you know the warning signs, and now you have the professional's playbook. So the only question left is your system ready for its next battle?